Well, with people heading back into the office, some employees are finding themselves burned out and not quite engaged. You may be feeling that way yourself, and you wouldn't be alone if you did.
Yeah, a new survey from Gallup found at least half of the U.S. workforce is quiet quitting. That means they're not engaged or they're doing the bare minimum of their job. So what can employers do to fix this?
Now we've asked Leah Phifer from WhyWork to join us. Leah, explain quiet quitting and why now?
Yeah, that's a great question. So quiet quitting, starting off, has a lot of different definitions. So most of these definitions fall into three main camps. The first camp is a group of people who see quiet quitting as just drawing really healthy work-life boundaries in a very demanding work environment. The second group of people see quiet quitting as doing the bare minimum, maybe even coasting or slacking. And then there's a third group of individuals who see this as a new term to describe something that's been studied for over 30 years, which is employee disengagement. And the fact that we have so many definitions for this one term really says that as a society, we're still struggling to articulate how our relationships to work have changed.
Yeah. It's been such a headline now, though. I'm curious why people are talking about it now. It's been making the rounds.
People have had a tough couple of years, and especially with this shift to remote work, which was quite abrupt for a lot of people, burnout is a huge problem. And instead of getting to the source of the burnout, a lot of people are just stepping back and calling that quiet quitting.
Rather than lose workers, because I know that's an issue right now, is finding the new ones. What can managers do to motivate people to kind of pull them out of that quiet quitting mode?
Yeah, so the first thing is to acknowledge it. You know, here in media environments and around the dinner table, we're talking about quiet quitting a lot. But in the workplace, we're still kind of tiptoeing around the issue. So the first thing as an employer is to come out and acknowledge it and talk to your employees, both one-on-one and seeking feedback. And not just annual feedback, but feedback that happens quarterly or monthly. Research shows that once an employee quiet quits or disengages, you have about 9 months until they really quit. So you have a small window of time to intervene and remotivate your employees by asking them what they need.
And you've seen it. You say that it's possible, which I found interesting. Is there anything we can do to self-motivate?
So the first thing employees can do is really get clear on what's causing you to quiet quit. And if it is burnout, assess what is the cause of that burnout. If you're working longer hours than your regular scheduled shift, maybe it's an unsustainable workload. If you're in an environment where people are rude and demeaning, maybe it's a toxic work environment. But for many of us, it's just an inability to do what we love every day. So what I tell my clients, and you guys can try this if you'd like to, Erin, get out a piece of paper and put it at your desk, or open up a notes phone or a notes app on your phone and put 2 columns on it, loves and loathes. And for 1 week after you do an activity at work, pause for just a moment and assess how you felt during that activity. Was the time flying by? Were you really energized by what you were doing? Put it in the loves column. Were you constantly checking your watch? Were you finding it hard to get motivated to even do that task? Put it in the loathes column. And then take that list to your employer, to your producer, and say, how can we work together to get more of what I love in my day and maybe do a little bit less of that loathe column?
I've seen that tactic in other forms, and that can reveal some brutal truths in a way. Once you put it down to paper and actually see it, is that proven to be one of the difference makers, you think?
Absolutely. So there was a really fascinating study done by the Mayo Clinic that showed for an employee to avoid burnout, you must spend 20% of your day doing things you love. 20%. So if you can shoehorn at least 20% of your day and make it full of things that you love, you have a much better chance of avoiding burnout.
Yeah. Well, you're speaking to a lot of people who are wanting that advice out there, you know, with our viewers too, because it's more common.
Yeah, everybody is suffering, and we need to get it out in the open, talk about it, and talk about ways to improve this world of work.
Good ideas. All right, Leah, thank you. We put a link to WhyWork's website on our website, WCCO.com.